It's a video on checks and radial. So I just comped up a little circle here. We'll just assume it's like a, I don't know, the center of an arena or something like that. The principle's the same no matter what you're doing, but the point of this video is just to go over radial. So what we're going to do is we're going to pick our first point here. And of course it starts doing the same thing like you do if it's on polygonal. It'll tell you all your data about that first point to where you are. But if you pick a second one, like there, and then you pick a third one, you'll notice it starts just giving you string lines from your hinge point here to each and every point that you select. So what it's going to do is shows you basically 50 foot there, 50 foot there, shows you your interior angle right here. Kind of the same thing as polygonal. It's going to give you that live angle between your last two legs there. It tells you your sum of your distances. Right now we got 100, that's the 50 and the 50. As we pick another one here, you can see it's going to add those in there. And now we got an azimuth of 120 right there. That's of course going to be from your center point over to your active your point right there. Basically your orange or brown line. So that's your azimuth. 60 degrees is going to be your interior angle from your second line there to your third one, like it shows your little blue line there. Anyhow, this is a pretty slick little tool for if you do got something, I guess, circular in geometry, or maybe some kind of wall with embeds or something that you've got to cast in there. And you do actually have something out in the field where you got to, say, a center pin or something, you can go out there and actually shoot it or go from it, and you can shoot these points maybe if they're already cast or they're installed and you want to do an as-built on them to provide a kind of a record document to show the as-built of it, or just to basically check it and make sure it's installed correctly and it doesn't say 50.35 or 49.76 or all that stuff. So we'll go ahead and click the rest of them here. You can pretty much tell what it's doing. Of course, these are perfect because I just generated these in icon, but if you did have a center point and you got stuff that's been built, you can of course go around and shoot them with your robot or your rover, and it's going to do the same thing. Of course, your numbers probably ain't going to be exactly perfect like these, but that's what you're aiming for anyway. So let's see. Yeah, pretty straightforward. Got 350 times 6. You get it here. There's your azimuth, your last one, 300 degrees. Same stuff. You got no real areas because we're just doing basically lines. 1041, that's the last one I got picked right there. It's just showing the coordinates of it. Of course, I got 0 on my elevations because I'm just on the simulator. We got no block volume. If you go here and you go save for report, it will show, it'll just do a screenshot, a little PNG file. If you want to do that, you can, and you could say, we'll just name it I don't know, check, we'll call it a arena, even though it's just a circle, whatever. Like I said, it's all the same. It's just going to give you a picture of it, which is pretty handy in itself. Of course, it doesn't show you any northing, easting, or any azimuths or bearings or any of that. But let's go ahead and check it. And if you want to access that and see it, I'll show you what it looks like here for just the screenshot, and then I'll show you one that I did on an actual controller here on the CC80 tablet and did a full report. So let's see. In type 1 second. So there we go. That's the one I just made. Check arena. It's just a picture. There's no other data there. Anyhow, still good. If you want to make a actual full report and get some more data, here's what you do. We'll go home. We'll go to reports. This will be in a different video. Report type. We're going to do checks. You can hit your right arrow right here. Of course, this is version 6.5. If you're looking at, if you got 5.7 or earlier, it's not going to look like this same layout here, and it's not going to have quite as much functionality. But this is a killer tool. Report type, we're going to do checks. Hit the right arrow. You don't have to check all these, but if you're really wanting to comb through all the data and really get down into the details of it and analyze all your information, shoot, I'd check them all, man. I mean, you can always just look over the information that you don't really care about in the report. But if you don't have it checked here, it's not going to be there for you to review if you perhaps get asked to, or you do want to look at something later. So we'll go ahead and check it. It's not, I got an HTML format here. You can do different ones. I just like to do HTML because there's no specific driver. It's easy to just send the HTML file to anyone and they can open it up and look at it. Of course, you got to be in the right job file. I don't really care about this right now. You can tweak all this if you want to. It's just the way that it generates the report and shows you. And I don't have an actual company name here. But anyhow, the main thing is going into here and hitting your right arrow and telling this basically this other little page here what all you want to be in that report. And you got your drop downs. We're in Radial right now, so it's going to show all your start point name, your end name, your azimuth, slope distance, on and on and on and on, delta, northing, easting. We'll go ahead and hit check. It's going to tell me that it probably can't do it. Let's see, I can't remember which one, that one right there, I guess I did. And you can name it here. It's going to send it to your internal memory, or you can throw it out on a thumb drive. It don't really matter what I call it because it says it's not supported, but I did it on a real controller, and I've got one over here on my other monitor, and I'm going to drag it over here so you can take a look at it. This is not the same file. I just jumped into a dummy file here and picked a center point, which is actually this number 300 right here. That's my middle one. And I made some points out there I stretched them on out, so I'm going to delete them. 5,000 feet, 5,000, 5,000. Anyhow, this of course is computed points, but if you happen to go out there and you went from your center design point and you shot these points here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, on some embeds or whatever it is that you've laid out and that has been installed, it provides you more information here down here. So you got all your you got everything about your info, your northing, easting, your height of all of your points here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and that 300 is actually the middle one there. You just can't see it because it's not zoomed in. But you've also got some other stuff right here telling you all your radial details, from 300 to 1, from 300 to 2, 300 to 3. It tells your start point, end point, gives you your azimuth. I don't think you can get this thing to display bearings, but you can do the conversion. It's simple to do. That's not going to be in this video, but anyhow, slope distance, horizontal distance. So pretty good stuff. Height difference. It's even got your angular data right here. So of course we start at 301. We got nothing. That's where we started up here at the top, due north. But it tells you from 2 to 3 you got 60. From 3 to 4 you got 60. Of course, this is all absolutely perfect because I generated them in there. Anyhow, delta, northing, easting, pretty good stuff. So I like that routine a lot. Of course, you can do the same thing in the polygonal one that we did on a different video. I just didn't go into the reports part of it, but yeah, so very handy tool. I'll make a different video and actually drawing this up, like I've already got this here, but yeah, that's checks, radial, and hope that helps you out.